This is ChiefHuntingBear in Pasadena, California. I was just walking down the street going over to Sprouts and I met David Huber, who wrote a book about MK Ultra. I'd like to ask him some questions about it. When did this book come out?
This book was released in 2018.
Okay, when it was released, you immediately had problems because you went to the Secret Service. You told them the reason you wrote this book was because you were approached by people who wanted you to murder President Barack Obama.
Yes, I was approached by V2K and by gang stalkers on the street, mumbling and talking under their breath, saying, "Kill Obama, kill Obama." And so I immediately went to the Secret Service over at the Ernst & Young building in downtown Los Angeles, where I was assisted.
How did you first become involved in this? Before you wrote the book, why do you think you were targeted by MK Ultra?
I was working for a large security brokerage service for corporations called McAfee and Norton Utilities. I had met a girlfriend, and she was very nice, but she was targeted. My association with her led me to being targeted as well.
Okay, so do you have Rh negative blood by any chance?
I would like to say yes, but I do not know positively because I haven't looked at my blood stats in a long time. I haven't a card in my room, but I'm going to say yes. I think it is Rh.
So from the time you were very young, did you have problems with the police or with the medical? Were you given a lot of medical experimentation?
Well, I believe there was some stuff that happened to me at Alhambra Medical Clinic, where my parents took me. There was a lot of allergy tests that I thought were useless at the time. Tons and tons of tests where they put pricks all over your back, look for reaction, look at cards to see what it matches to, and then they give you future injections based off of that.
Right, and there are some books and some movies about this. Other people have had experiences. My experience is even worse, but I believe the CIA is calling it now CIA Project Omniscience, and they're using it to do what they did to you. They're using it. One of the reasons is to produce super soldiers to become assassins.
Yes.
And
being targeted to become an assassin to kill Barack Obama. They have a technology called deflection technology, where if I'm walking down the street, everyone's heads will turn away from me, and they won't see what I'm actually doing. So I might be able to get close to someone and possibly do something negative without them being aware of what was happening.
Now tell us a little bit about your book and what it covers.
Sure.
When did you start writing it?
I started writing it in about 2015. And it took me many years to come to terms with what the technology is. It's not a technological book. If you're looking for a technological Bible, it isn't, but it contains a fair amount of that so a layperson can understand what it means.
So when did they first ask you to kill Barack Obama?
It was right after the 2008 elections when he became president-elect.
Okay, but then you waited a long time. Were they interfering in your life during that time period?
They were interviewing my life. They could see out my eyes. They could hear from my ears. I had remote neural monitoring, V2K, and complete physical control. They could control my arms and legs on whim.
So how can people get this book?
That's at Amazon.com. You go to Amazon.com, put in the search "Invisible Stalker" by David Huber, and you'll see the book. It's about $5 for the ebook. It's a great buy, and it has tons of links in there from reputable people that can get you really connected to what's happening.
It's a real pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.